about an hour.
Okay. There we
I'm
go.
so grateful to be here with you,
Oh,
Stephen. Thank you.
thank. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for uh being my guest.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Introduce you.
I'll be your
Actually,
guest
introduce
anytime.
yourself. Introduce yourself.
My name's Philip. I'm an astrologer, and I'm very grateful to be a colleague of Stephen's and to be connecting here, talking about astrology, sharing with you guys.
Awesome. That's awesome. And you are an amazing astrologer. And
Oh, thank you so much.
I still think of the astrology reading you gave me a while ago. It was it was sort of like opened a lot for me. It
Well,
did.
I'm very grateful to be able to do that. I do try to bring astrology wherever I go. And so I was just telling you how I went to Pilates every day this week. And that's because they give me a an extension on the monthly pass I got, but it had expired. It was only for 1 month I got, but I said to them I got hurt and I didn't get to use it for the last 10 days. So they give me an extra 7 days, which I think is fantastic customer service.
Yeah.
I, I approve that. And so I went every day. I try and talk about astrology to people wherever I go. So I try and, I'm not going to just be walking in the room and blah, blurting about astrology. But after the class, maybe I might say, "Oh, I hear you talking about moving house. Well, Jupiter's in Cancer. Have you
Mhm.
blah blah blah?" And then other people have visited after this little after I drop a couple of things about astrology. People sometimes say, "Oh, well, you seem to know a lot." And or the other day, someone said, I write Sanskrit." I was like, "Wow!" And they were like, "Do you know Vedic astrology?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do know about the chakras, but I'm not as much as an expert as I am as Western astrology." And someone else said, the teacher said, "Oh, Philip, he's an astronomer." I said, "I'm an astrologer. Thank you very much."
I love it. Two different yes, this using this planets but in different ways. Yeah.
Yeah, like I do observe them, but obviously I know about them too. And some people who observe them, they don't know anything about them except for that they're over there.
I love it. That's awesome.
But there
Actually,
are some that know about them that don't know where they are as well.
yeah, yeah, this is true.
So
Yeah.
it's funny because it's a right old hoopla, but I feel that people are in general interested and they want to know, even if they say that they don't or feel that they don't want to know. Everybody really does want to know, which is great.
Yeah. 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 Secretly you want to know.
Well, it's not a secret.
No, I know
I
it's not
I
a
want to
secret, but
share it.
yeah.
I want to share it. Like,
Exactly. But everyone is like, don't want to share with this and share. People will think I'm weird, or people will think I'm like crazy if I'm start talking about this.
well,
No,
I,
you're
I
not.
get that a lot too. Like either people thinking I'm crazy or me feeling that they think I'm crazy. I know that it's not everybody's cup of tea. I go into the coffee shop and I will order my same coffee and I will try to get to know the people's signs. But then I figured that, you know, I'm standing on some people's toes sometimes because they don't want to talk about astrology. And they already have their own belief systems that might be, that I might be triggering them by talking about it. But yet I keep going in there without that knowledge or without that insight, and it takes a while to realize they just don't care, and that's okay too. And so we can talk about other things because I just like to talk at the end of the day. Not
Yes,
all
you.
the time. Sometimes I'll let people.
You'll yeah, let others talk, yeah. And you'll do the listening. Yes, that makes a good
I'm a
astrologer.
Libra moon and a Libra ascendant, so like like we like to talk. What can I say? Hopefully not too much.
Yeah, yeah. Well, actually, the yeah, true. I need to start talking more instead of stop listening or well, I still listen to people, but I need to put my 2 cents in every once in a while.
Well, it's funny. Sometimes we do. learn that we've adapting and our manner. Because I'll give you this story. One time when I was in Mexico, I was at a human design group, and I didn't tell any of them I was an astrologer because I wanted to learn covert. And so one of the things that they had to do it wasn't a part of the game, it wasn't part of learning human design, it was just somebody's was being nice, and they put
Mm.
some cookies or something on the middle of the table. And everybody was so polite. They were like, "Oh, I'm not going to be the one who takes the cookie. I'm not going to be the one who takes the cookie. I'm a North Node Aries." And so I'm like, for me to step out of the courtesy that is the South Node Libra and to be the impulsive one to grab the cookie was a big thing. But I needed to do it, and I did do it. And then everybody else went for a cookie because they saw that I had done so. And so I learned that actually sometimes I do lead, and I used to say that I never lead. And so I had to start altering the story which I was telling because I recognized that I have changed. So maybe you do talk a lot. You've got a channel, Stephen, on YouTube. I've
Well,
seen you talk a fair
this is
amount.
true. Yeah, well, actually, this is true. Although when I'm teaching, but if I'm in a big group where there's a lot of personalities, I'm like, I just like to listen to what everyone else is saying. If I'm in the front of the room, I'm the one who'd be like, okay, this is what's going on. So yeah, it depends on the situation I'm in mostly. Yeah.
Believe it or not, I prefer really smaller groups
Mm.
where I can be more chatty, like of three or
Mhm.
four people,
Right.
maybe five or six max. In if it's a group bigger than that, then I will simmer down and be more
Mm.
quiet as well. I feel
Yeah.
like.
Well, yeah, actually, I even started my own little astrology group with about six other women. So
It's
yeah,
great to be doing astrology groups, though. I feel that
yeah,
sometimes when we've got our social manner, like what we was
yeah,
describing a minute ago,
right, right,
it's
right,
different to when we've got like a hat which we can put on
exactly.
and
Yeah,
be able to share. Because you can get some people who are quite shy become very boastful and remarkably sound when it comes down to communication. If they've
exactly,
got something to share about, whatever it is, and yet when it comes down to introducing themselves to someone they don't know, maybe they're not so loud or not so keen on that.
exactly. Yes, I used to be like that. I was it used to be socially awkward. But I was like, I would not go up to anybody, say hi, but they came up to me. But then I learned from going to, um, from getting my degree in education and getting on stage, literally.
Collect your what was the name of the degree?
Well, I have two. I have I have a degree in curriculum and instruction, my bachelor's degree in that, and then
Bachelor's.
my bachelor's, yeah, yeah, and then I have my master's degree in educational theater, which I've incorporated the skill of counseling into education and theater. It's kind of like immersive experience.
I was watching. I've been really enjoying watching. I don't know what they call it. It's like the backstage, the forgotten tapes or something. Basically, it's the Osbournes watching old episodes of the Osbournes, but filmed last year. They watch all of them and they sit on the sofa and they talk about it a bit like a voyeur or commentary, basically.
Commentary, right.
And Sharon was saying how no, they were talking about how when Sharon had leukemia
Mm.
and how Robin Williams got into bed with her to just try and make her laugh. But he was in that film Patch, wasn't he? Which is also
Yes,
about playing the clown, which is very theatrical and very medicinal, isn't
it is. Yes, yes, it is.
it?
Yeah, actually, that was one of the classes I took for my master's degree, um, in clowning. It was really therapeutic for me to actually allow myself to look like an idiot and to be a clown and to um so yeah, actually it was we did some we communicated without real words but gibberish. Or sometimes we even mimed it, or we were even doing like some um like uh, actually like communicating with just gestures.
I feel that clowning provokes a lot of emotion. Um, it's because and it can be quite unexpected what the audience member is going to do. So that's the fun in being the clown because you get to ad-lib off their joy of hysteria or fear of emotion or whatever they bring out, you get to respond to.
Yeah, yes. Actually, and actually, when you and with my practice in astrology, I'm also like I usually like take it as okay, now you're in the hot seat where they are being like actually the character on the wall, which we call it in which we call it in educational theater. So we're or not diagnosing, but like making a an outline of their personality
Yeah,
for the character. Yeah,
it's very primal is when you get to the clown and because it brings out the
it's a
roots of the
yeah
audience.
the
I remember being scared. I think we went to a circus when I was a very young and being scared of what was going on. But um I feel that I admire it because of I know that a couple of wrestlers that I love professional wrestling because of the psychology that goes with it. It's
exactly.
very entertaining, and a lot of them just trained as clowns as well.
Oh yeah, as actually I know, right? You can tell from their like some of them it is performance and like and then they're just like um it's all performance. Yeah.
Yeah, and life is really a performance, and so that's really I think where the who are we performing for? Well, I feel that as a as a certain Libra person, it's a little bit for ourselves, it's a little bit for others. It's both, isn't it? It depends. It depends who you ask.
True. Well, yeah. If you ask
Who's your
Shakespeare,
audience?
if you ask Shakespeare, it's like all the world is is a stage. So there you
Yes.
go.
What do you think Shakespeare was a real person, or do you think it was a conglomerate of different authors who were conscious of like things like, you know, consciousness and Christ, bit like how the Bible was maybe said to be these different disciples a bit,
I hmm.
or do you
Actually,
think
no.
it's
Being well, no.
historically?
I think I am actually I think he's a real person. They have I went to London. Went to the Globe Theater when I was in London.
Yes,
I went to um his the house, the home that he was born in. They have a the where his birthplace is. So yeah.
that's cool. I've been to the Globe Theatre, um, and that's cool. I went to also William Lilly's house, but
Nice.
we William Lilly used to live by the school I went to, so I would always walk past it before I even knew. And then
That's
when I found
awesome.
out
Yeah.
that I was been an astrologer for quite a while, I was like, wow.
That's wow. That is well, yeah. Holy cow.
So this is quite a powerful time, I feel.
Yeah.
We've just completing a Mercury retrograde, but
Right.
this Mercury retrograde completion
Hmm.
is aspecting all of the most interesting planets, which are in positions that they have never been
Mm.
in our lives, except for like, even if they've been in that position, they've not aspected each other in this way.
Right. Right. Well, actually,
Like
let's
we've both
share.
experienced Saturn in Aries and Jupiter in Cancer, but not with the other aspects making being made to the transpersonal planets, which we've got going on with.
Right.
Neptune being right next to Saturn, and both Neptune and Saturn are sextile
Uh-huh.
Pluto and Uranus.
Exactly. Yeah.
Join one another.
Right. Yeah,
And so
actually,
Mercury plugs into all of that.
right. I can pull up the chart to show what
Yeah,
that has going on right now. And
it's a humdinger. It's fun when the personal planets connect to this bigger wave of energy. It's almost like the updated software is there. It's got to trickle down to
right.
Mercury and then through us.
And look at this.
Or
Sagittarius is
maybe we're
rising at this
updating.
time.
This is a
Actually,
cool chart. I like this.
and yeah, this is right now on the West Coast. Sagittarius rising. It's ridiculous.
Nice.
And there's yeah, the moon is in Pisces, so interesting.
So it's very cool that we've got Jupiter ruling the sky here right
Yeah,
now, and it's
yeah.
in a
And the
conjunction with Sirius, the fixed
what's it?
star.
Yeah.
Look at this. I've got a letter here which has got the glyph of Sirius on it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, how cool is
That's
that?
wow. Wow. So wow. So
Witchcraft.
interesting. Wow. So yeah.
So I love the way that these fixed stars are on the chart. That's cool.
You know, I put yeah. Actually, I have
Well, they got
I have
on the galactic center point.
in the collective center. Yeah, where my moon is natally.
What's this one conjunct Chiron?
The one conjunct. Oh, that's the asteroid Child.
Child.
Yeah,
Wow.
the asteroid Child is conjunct Chiron.
What does it represent?
Children. It's in the house of children.
It's amazing. I'm going to become a father for the second time
oh
um, in 45 days.
wow, that's amazing. Yeah,
Yeah, on the equinox when the sun goes into Libra.
nice. Yeah, actually. So wow.
So
So yeah, we have a lot going on in Aries now. So, yeah. So wow. Did so um. Hmm.
we have so much going
Awesome.
on. I think what I want to ask you about is so we have Mercury station and it makes aspects to all of those other things. But isolated to that, we have this conjunction of Venus and Jupiter. It's almost like they're two different songs playing at the same time. But yet I feel that there's a relationship between the two, which maybe we're not quite conscious of as of yet, but could be seen through either in a couple of days' time,
I,
maybe.
correct. Right. Yes. Well, yeah. Actually, they are. These two signs are right next to each other, so they are an aversion in an aversion to each other, or they cannot see each other, which is kind of it. But you can actually tap into this energy. You can definitely tap into the ninth house energy. Eighth
What's so
house
interesting with
is
that grand air trine with Mars
yeah.
and Pluto and Uranus. So Mars has been through it now, although it's still
Oh
there in
yeah.
all. The next one that comes along will probably be Mercury by the time we get there, and then the
Right.
Sun, and then Venus. So every time a planet goes into Libra, it activates that grand air trine because Pluto and Uranus, they're not really going anywhere. I say that Uranus is going back into Taurus, but not really fast.
No.
So
Right. Right. True.
So
Yeah.
this is something which is quite potent. The moon's going to go over that every month.
Hmm.
Um, but every autumn, the procession's going to go through it.
Oh yeah. Right. Yeah.
Eventually, we'll have Jupiter go through it too in a few
Hmm.
years,
Hmm.
because they're going to be in trine, Pluto and Uranus, for 5 years, all the way up till 2030.
That's yep.
So the
Yeah.
activation of this grand air trine is like these waves or rippling of uh, intellectual development, bringing
Absolutely.
things
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah.
So interesting. So
Right.
that's happening now with the Mercury retrograde as well, because it's infused with the qualities of these kind of futuristic energies, but yet they
Right.
also drag back the past because I feel that time is non-linear,
Right. Yeah. True.
but it changes the picture because it changes the harmonic to bring and drag in from the external and from the far parameters when it comes down to exploring new inventions or drudging up the past.
Yeah.
Pluto for
Right.
the past to empower ourselves and to, what's been hidden or what's buried, what
Mhm.
and how can we bring it to gold? How can we bring it to light? And Uranus is going to bring it out of like a flash because it's like the future. So it's almost like the back of the timeline with Pluto and the front of the timeline with Uranus. And any time that the Grand Air Trine gets triggered, it's an opportunity to really bring it all to center.
Right. Yeah. So are you feeling this Mars in your first house already?
It's funny. It's like I was so grateful that Mars changed sign, but it's going to be a long old time before it changes sign again. And it's not its favorite,
Right.
but it's okay. It's where it needs to be right now. It's the 12th house of Scorpio, and it's the seventh house of Aries.
Right. Yeah.
So it's far from home. What's also interesting, that South Node I see, because I think with having this Mercury completion of its retrograde, it's still going to be in shadow to the 26th of August. It's still going
Right.
to be in Leo for a little bit longer than that. I think it's like the 2nd of September it goes into Virgo.
Right. Yeah.
And but we're going to be within a Virgo lunar cycle then, and we're going to have two Virgo lunar cycles in a row. So we're stepping into an incredibly mercurial time.
Right. Yes. Yeah. With these eclipses coming up too in yeah. Hmm.
Interesting that, as you say, like these eclipses. So the first new moon will wax into a full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces, which is ruled by Jupiter, and will
Right.
probably trine Jupiter,
Hmm.
and then we'll be in between the eclipses. So when it's a full moon lunar eclipse, first I feel like that's completions and endings, and then the new moon solar is new beginnings, reboots, and that's just a couple of days before the equinox.
Hmm. Right. Yeah. True.
So it's really interesting to be talking about the end of the season when we're really halfway through it because
Yeah.
the sun, 15 degrees of Leo, is halfway through the season.
Exactly. I know, right? Yeah.
But here we are,
Yeah.
teeter tottering.
True. Right.
I
Yeah.
guess it's because front runner Mars is already in Libra.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And he's doing his job. He's doing what he needs to do. In Libra.
Well, opposite Saturn and
Opposite
Neptune,
Neptune.
I was a bit like concerned. I was like, oh, it's going to be a big deal.
Mm.
But it's not been so bad. When the other planets go into Libra, like Mercury and the Sun, I think Saturn would have gone back into Pisces by then, and Neptune will soon to do it as well.
Right. Yes. That's true.
It's
Yeah.
going to be very interesting to see how the dynamics change when they retrograde back into Pisces.
October.
But I feel,
Hi, October.
even as an astrologer, it's like we can read the hymn sheet, we can read the energies,
Uh-huh.
but without going too far, I mean, it's like you can know all of the transits for the rest of the year, but it's still hard to know what's going on much further than 6 weeks to 2 months down the line because
Ex- True.
there's too many curveballs that can happen in
A
life.
lot. Yeah, I know. Um, True. Yeah, Uranus is we've never felt Uranus in Gemini in our lifetime, so anything can happen. Anything. That's what I'm like. Uranus is like this shocking surprise. Surprise.
Yeah, I feel that it can be a very interesting thing with technology and how things change on
Yeah.
the infrastructure of society. But I haven't seen or heard of anything much going on. I heard people say, "Oh, there's so much going on." I was like, "Well, I haven't seen anything affect my life. There's just been a load of hoopla on social media about what the leaders are doing, and probably on the television too,
Yeah.
and really hasn't affected me whatsoever." People say, "Oh, well, yes, it's very serious. It's affecting all of the local economies and all of these types of things." I was like, well, maybe it has made prices go up, but like until something is something as substantial as what happened in 2020 affects my day-to-day living, I probably won't
Something
know.
right. It's something, yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, this is nothing, this we've had some big uh, things happen in the past. This is nothing. And we've already seen.
But
Yeah.
it's going to be interesting because we do have to have Uranus come back into Taurus as well.
Hmm.
And it's going to bring those final results come April once it leaves Taurus for the last time for what will
Right.
be 80 years or so.
Exact right. Yeah.
It's an 84-year cycle. It takes 7 years for Uranus to go through a sign, and so we've only just getting a hint of a rumor of what it's going to be like for the next 7 years, with Uranus being in Gemini for a few months this year, but it's next year that
Hmm.
it truly makes its ingress
Oh yeah.
for
True.
keeps.
2026 is gonna be this is just the a taste of what's going to be coming in 2026.
I feel that there's many different waves of this.
Oh
Which
yeah,
is
definitely. Most definitely.
I actually have my solar arc Mars change sign in about 3 weeks, and that will only happen. A planet will only change happen in your solar arc chart once every 30 years because it just turns 1 degree a year.
Right. Yeah.
And so it's quite a big deal. It's quite exciting. It's going from 29 degrees of Aries to 0 degrees of Taurus. And that's where it will be for the next 30 years. Obviously, it's moving from its home sign into Venus's sign, where Mars is currently, but the different way because it's in Taurus. Oh, excuse me, it's in Libra.
Right. Right. Exactly.
But there's big ironies to it because, like, I'm about to become a dad again. I have a baby boy. He's 1 year old, and yet I'm going to become a dad to a girl. The girl, this is something I'd like to share with you. And so the girl, because my partner is having a C-section, they gave me, the astrologer, the opportunity to choose the date, which is
Uh-huh. Okay.
jolly,
That's
jolly exciting. And so obviously we still don't know because baby could come anytime, and we'd have to change plan. But we do know that we've chose the date and we're going for it, and that seems to be okay so far. And that is for the 23rd. And so the reason I chose this date is because it's the solar ingress of the sun into Libra.
right.
It actually takes place late on the 22nd. Um,
Hmm.
and the moon is also in Libra then, but there had just been a new moon in Virgo, and that's the solar eclipse that we have.
Yes.
Um, so both the sun makes, firstly, the moon makes Libra ingress, and the sun makes Libra ingress, so double Libra. And also at the time that we've chosen, potentially it's Libra ascendant as well.
Oh,
And so,
triple
but
Libra.
we have to see. I'm not counting any chickens, and I feel that we choose our chart. And if and I've got all I could say is I chose it because I feel like it's a good date. It's an interesting date. It's a revolutionary day with that grand air trine, and we shall see. We shall see.
We shall. Yeah.
But such an honor to be able to choose the date. I don't know, obviously, the degree or anything like this of the
Right.
ascendant. Obviously, it depends. It could be. It's all down to. fate, because it could be if the hospital's busy because there's other people that we have to be patient and wait. But
Yeah.
it's very interesting. Don't say too much, but at the same time, I want to share it, and so I share it with you.
I know you chose your son's name before he was born. Do you have a name for your daughter? Yeah. Or
We
is it
do.
your
We're
okay, you
keeping
don't
it.
need to share it if you do not want to, but yeah.
No, we do. We only came recently with the name. It took a while to because our son has got such a cool name.
He does. Oh my God. Yeah. He-
Asterix is
Astrid. He's
a great name,
adorable.
and he's a great guy. And it's also Asterix is not only just a cool name, but it's a symbol. And as an astrologer, I love symbols, and I love my boy Asterix. And so, but our daughter has also got an awesome name and a lovely mythology to go with it. But I'll talk more about that once she's with us.
Cool. I'm looking forward to it because actually the story behind your son's name is amazing.
Well, yeah, he is Aster, which is the flower of September. He's actually born in July, but like still, his mum's born in September, and his sister will be, and he has a half brother who's born in September too. And so basically, I feel that he's the star king. Rix means king, so Asterix, and also
Right.
the symbol Asterix is it just makes him even more spectacular because that's the symbol of a star.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's a Leo, so hey,
He's a
he is
Leo,
the star.
and the religion Zoroastrianism, really hard to say word, but it's the ancient astrological religion back from the lands of Mesopotamia, which is said to be one of the cradle of creation, and and so Zoroaster was like the Jesus Christ of that religion, and if it was basically a lot of aspects of Christianity, including Jesus Christ,
Hmm.
were taken from Zoroastrianism, and Zoroaster was the Jesus Christ of it. And that's Leo energy, Leo vibes, right? And so kind of full circle on that.
Amazing, amazing. I love that story. I love that. I love your story.
Thanks. Yeah, people love it. People, I don't normally take the time to explain it though. They normally just think it's because the cartoon character, which is also cool. Especially here in Canada, he's popular. Is that cartoon character
uh,
like Tintin and Asterix?
uh, I think
It's because
overseas
he's
too.
French. Asterix the Ghoul is a
Yeah,
French character,
he is. Yes, actually,
and
yeah, yeah, actually, my brother
it
when
speaks a lot of
he was,
language, right?
yeah, oh, is that?
The books are written in multiple languages, which I think is
Yes,
cool.
yeah.
What were you going to say?
Oh, actually, my brother was in Germany and he brought me a comic book with the character of Asterix. It was really
Yes.
funny.
Yeah, my auntie used to go traveling, and she used to learn Spanish and Peruvian, and so that's how I know of it.
Mm.
But I never really watched any of the
Oh, I
cartoons or
needed
anything
it.
like
Yeah.
that. We've said we'd watch it, even though our son's called it. It's not really after him, and we haven't watched it. But one day we will. We said we will. Someone said we should call our daughter Obelix, but we're not going to. It's because she's going to be a Libra. She's got to be feminine and Libran.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
Oh.
I am really excited. I haven't been in England for 2 years almost, but once my daughter's born, I'm excited to potentially travel to the UK and with my son and my partner Crystal and daughter, and we
Mm.
will visit my mum, who I've not seen in 2 years almost, and that will be cool. We can get a curry because we can get curry here. I'm actually getting one after we've done this, and I don't do it all the time. In fact, it's been like 2 weeks or maybe even a little longer since I had a curry. But in England, it, until this particular place where I'm getting it from tonight, it was really hard to find one that will come close to a UK curry.
Oh, I
But
know.
this one I'm going for tonight is pretty delicious.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I've had curry when I was in London. Oh my God. It's so good. Curry is good in London, yes.
Yeah, I feel that there should just be curry life, really. It's like a good thing to eat most days, at least maybe 3 or 4 days a week. You quite a culinary uh, person? Do you like to cook?
I know. No. I was enrolled in culinary school after high school. Learned real quick because actually my parents were like, "What do you want to do when you get out of high school?" I have no idea what I'm gonna want to do. No clue. It's like, okay, my parents were like, "Well, you're gonna learn a trade," so they sent me to culinary school for a
That's
year and a half. So I know how to cook. I just don't like to.
it's very Jupiter and Cancer vibes.
Yes. Oh gosh. Yeah. It's like the Sagittarius in me is like, all right, I can't be stuck in this kitchen for more than an hour. Get me out.
Well, we've decided that we want to manifest a bigger house with all of these babies, and
Mm,
so a bigger kitchen would be great.
right. Well,
So
yeah.
we're going to make a vision board and get a bigger kitchen, more bedrooms, and a drum kit.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I would like space for that, a drum kit. That would be
Hmm.
quite cool. Maybe
Yeah.
we could. Ideal. It would be nice to have a garden with a mini farm, and not to have
Ooh.
to take care of that farm because I'm
Were
busy
you
as
a
to.
drummer? You were a drummer in your
Yeah,
growing.
I played drums when I was more in my youth, and I did
Uh,
music production at college and performance. And we played drums, and I was in a band, a punk
oh.
band. And so I would like to drum kit again because I feel that it's unfinished business.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And some of these things we go full circle on so that we can come back and finish the business, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
there's also a wrestling tryout, wrestling school on Thursday here, and I'm being encouraged to go along to that. And it's a little nerve-wracking, but I think I might go and check it out.
That sounds cool. I love that. Hey, actually, you know what? Just out of the blue, on my 37th birthday, I decided I saw an ad in the paper. They were having open auditions for a community theater. So actually, I just saw it in the paper, and it was in my, and I drove to the audition that day.
Sometimes you just got to do it, right?
I told my mom, I'll be back. Don't worry, I'll be back. I know it's my birthday. I will be back. So it was it was a a community theater production of Camelot.
Sometimes you just got to go for it, whether
So
it's
I
going to
did.
wrestling school or theatre school, or you just don't know what's going to come of it.
Yeah, yeah,
The
exactly.
best things are the ones that come out of the blue when you're least expecting it, I find.
Yeah, actually, it was funny because actually I took some theater classes when I was going to for my bachelor's degree. And I took some theater classes, and then I decided why not we'll go and try a two majors in education and theater. I was like, I tried that for a year, and that just did not work out. I was like, yeah, I think if I end up doing both of them, I'll be in school forever. So I was like, eventually, I got back to the theater with a theater degree, right?
Well,
Which
I
is
feel that it's theatre is maybe not by the only by the eyes that know is it given the respect that it deserves because it's such a quality and skill and knowledge that
Yeah,
it gives a lot of skills to various different areas of life that people don't really fathom for the most part.
that's
Like
right.
there's a society, fate. I can't remember the name of it, but I know that a lot of celebrities or whatever their speciality, whether they're musicians, whether they're sporting people, whether they're TV or actors, they all
Hmm.
go to the theatre school because they get to learn etiquette.
Hmm. That's right. Yes, actually, even back in back, even in Roman times and before, like in Roman times, actually, there's like Greek play and Greek play, Roman and Greek plays out there that were written, and you can of that time when which is kind of interesting. I'm like, and there's a lot of astrology in it
In the plays.
in the plays. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I love to see that.
yeah.
I
I
love
know.
in the
Actually,
movies too. I actually was just before we was connecting. I sat down and it's like, nice to get 5 minutes to chill out. I was also telling you about how I was walking around in the blistering heat carrying a big box of babies' diapers. That was not long before. So I took 20 minutes to just do something soothing before we connected. And that was for us to watch, my partner and my son and I, we were watching on YouTube, The Psychology of Pink Hair. And they're using all the different examples in movies of what kind of shift in the character it means if they to dye their hair pink. I watched earlier the green hair one, and it was similar. They were talking about how when it's green hair, then it's more like a shift to the more authentic representation of the self.
oh
Um,
yes, actually true. Yes, actually, even when ma we had to create our own masks, and in my bachelor in my master's program, we made our own masks. We performed in them, and I gotta tell you, actually, when you're wearing a mask, you're a different person. You can do the weirdest things or the most amazing things when you're not when your identity is concealed.
that's fun. This is what I. It's like we can become a deviant, like at Halloween,
Right? Yeah. Yeah. True. True.
or
Yeah.
you could go to a masquerade ball.
Yeah. True.
I have Venus in
Yeah.
Scorpio. I should go to this masquerade ball. Um, but also like when they had the pandemic, and I was talking about how, when they wear the masks, or
Mm,
it means that people they think they can, it's a subconscious thing. It's not because people are bad, but people
right.
naturally think they can get away with more, whether it's they're picking their nose under their mask or they're stealing a Mars bar because they think they can, because they're wearing a mask, they feel that they can't be seen. And
Exactly.
this is not, this is part of a psychological test which was going on. And it's interesting,
Hmm. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
to say the least.
True. Yeah. Yeah. So true. Yeah. But
So
yeah.
I feel like we're about to come into a grinding halt with regards to progress in so many different areas. With regard, because I feel that although Jupiter's got a little bit before it stations retrograde,
Mm,
I feel that we're coming to this shift of energy that's going to take place as we enter into the autumnal period
right.
and then into
Yeah.
the winter. It's a dynamic shift of energy where well, I feel that it's going to be a bit more, it's going to be feeling like hibernation.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Winter is coming in. Hibernation.
We were talking about the seasons
And the sea.
before
Right.
we connected and how uh, we love the seasons.
Hmm.
Like, even though sometimes it might feel that it's long in the middle of the season. Once it's changed, it's so refreshing.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's also so distinctive. when you know astrology, because it's almost upon the turn of the sun's ingress into a new sign or quadrant that you see that the change of the season has a inflection in our environment.
Exactly. Yes. So yeah, because actually we are the revolution of the sun is very seasonal. So you,
Yeah,
and you and I both know we're both astrologers, so we observe all this stuff. There's like this time of year, this happens. You actually this time of year, and actually even farmers did that too because they had to know when to sow their seeds and plow when to harvest. So yeah.
it's interesting. So there's this big deal for the Lion's Gate,
Mm,
which happened a
right,
few days ago every
right,
year, and it's the heliacal rising of Sirius, the fixed star,
exactly.
which is, and I often find that whenever that date rolls around, there's some kind of ex disconnected astrological happening that brings a big energy to that period. I mean, there's
Mm,
always a big aspect happening, but it's interesting how within the next 24 hours tomorrow, we do have Jupiter going onto that fixed star Sirius with Venus there, them both making a conjunction there.
mhm, yeah.
That is so interesting.
Actually, it's so
But
much. It is interesting because actually, it's it looks like it's gonna make the infinity sign or number eight, and it's interesting that it is on the 8-8.
I feel that there's a couple of significations for this fixed star because, like, it's the one what you were just talking about how the farmers would know to plow their lands,
Mhm,
because they knew that the seasons were changing once they could see the fixed star Sirius. But it's also depicted as Anubis, which is the like long-eared dog that would sit at the feet of the pharaohs or the dead because it was like watching them, protecting them through the passage of the underworld, which for me is an allegorical uh, depiction of
mhm.
how we go through life, and have our shadows, which we walk with or walk through. Sometimes we walk with them, ignorant or ignoring them, and sometimes we're faced to look at them. And I feel that that's what this fixed star represents. And so, people who have it, they often provoke because they play out the shadows of people, or they have to face their own shadows in the process of being who they are.
Mm,
And
mm.
so the United States of America have got the fixed star Sirius as their main of their birthday. No offense.
Correct. No, hey,
I'm not a patriot. I'm
I know,
I'm English.
I know you're English. That's right. That's
I'm in
okay.
Canada though. Hey, and so don't just because I'm close, don't.
No. No, no, no.
We'll,
Yeah.
we'll all be one day.
Oh my.
Now that's the shadow. And so we just could just shed a lot of light on the shadow.
Yes, I know that. Oh my gosh.
Because I don't think
And
we're,
it's
a
the
lot of people take these things very seriously, though, and so they
yeah.
won't be laughing and chuckling like us.
I know, true, true. And it's funny that I looking at the United States chart and my own, I was like, oh, wonderful. The United States has a Sagittarius rising, and I, but the
So
United States has a
that's a big
sun in
deal.
Cancer. It's a big
So for the transit, like so tomorrow, the chart ruler of the
yeah,
United States, Jupiter,
yeah.
goes on to the sun of the United
Cancer is
States.
exactly right.
Makes you want to look at so Leo is the ninth house, whole house
Mhm.
signs of the United
Right.
States.
Yeah.
And this week, all I know, apart of the news, I know very little. All I know is that I think, is it Thursday or Friday? Trump and Putin are meeting for a
Yeah.
meeting.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
The closest I've got. I
Yeah. Yeah. So
don't know
we'll
anything
see.
else. I don't even
We'll
know what that
see.
means.
We'll see. We'll see. Actually, yeah, some people say there will have peace between. I don't know. We'll see.
The coolest thing I've heard that was revolutionary this year, I have to give the shout out just in case they watch, but they probably wouldn't watch because they don't really watch other people. But Seven Bolmore said, he said that imagine if the AI was like, these guys are out of hand. Let's turn off all the armed weapons and let's disarm all of these governments
Mhm.
and let's put humanity into rehab and spiritually awaken them. And that's what AI decided to do instead of
Hmm.
like any war. And that's the coolest, most revolutionary, most Uranus trine Pluto and Aquarius
That is-
thing that I've heard.
huh. And who is this? Who said that again?
I interviewed this guy back in 2017 about cryptocurrency, but I've been watching him for longer than that. He talks about some cool stuff. His channel on YouTube is called Inner Standing.
I'll look that. I'll look that up. Wow, sounds cool. All right.
Yeah, that would be cool, right?
That would be cool. Yeah.
But like, it's ludicrous the kind of things that you hear about going on in the world. What's more ludicrous is the kind of the way that it causes such tidal waves of emotion through other people, and that's not excluding us, no doubt. Just because we think we're in the know. Obviously, everybody thinks they're in the know in different ways, and we all choose to respond or react in different ways to
Mm.
what's going on. And there's more coherent ways than others. I think that's also an opinion of mine, and someone else will probably have a different one. But there you go.
That's okay. Actually, there are some.
What more can be said?
But I know. Yeah. Wow.
So I have to get off because I have my son
Yeah.
to see to. But I would like to ask
Right.
you
Thank you so much.
one closing question.
Yeah.
How are you using your astrology in your day-to-day life? And this could go in your rituals and routine. And double-threaded question. I'm going to answer this too, give you my answer to the question.
Mm.
This evening, what will you be doing, and how is that honoring the astrology of today?
Hmm.
So, firstly, I'll answer. Well, yeah, if because I already know I had the benefit of knowing the question, so I already have the answer ready. And that is, I have chosen my clothes with the sun's day. Today is Sunday. They call it Domingo, which is the sun's domicile sign. It is Leo season, and I have my yellow socks on as well, and they are stripy. And I always tend to do that. So tomorrow I'll have my blue, whether it's a baby blue or whether it's a deeper blue or a white. They're generally my colours for Monday or the moon's day, lunes, lundi. And so that's my answer for how I'm using. Also, like, I like to do things which are of the ilk of that day. So
Mm.
something creative on a Sunday, something maybe not too much hustle on a Monday. It's more of a smooth journey, you know. So something that's relaxing.
Mm.
That doesn't mean no work, but I've got a Cancer midheaven, so work can be included for me. That's about because you can also incorporate the days of the week and how they work in your chart. There's another way to look at it.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. True.
So your
Yeah.
Thursday is your Thursday would be your ascendant day, is your Sagittarius ascendant. Jupiter is 4. It's your Stephen the Jupiterian. That's your day.
Right. That's true. So yeah, actually, well, oh, wow, that's a cool answer that you gave. And now, okay, well, let's see. Well, I'm wearing Pisces. Well, the moon is in Pisces, and I'm a Pisces.
Uh-huh. Have you had your lunar return yet?
I have
What degree is your moon?
the 20 at 26 degrees of
Oh, so it's
Sagittarius.
not for a couple of days.
That well, 26 degrees of Sagittarius.
Oh, Sag.
My
Excuse me.
yeah, yeah, actually, yeah, yeah.
I haven't got your
I
chart
am the
in
sun is
front
in
of me. I'm
Pisces at
looking at the
11
current
degrees.
sky.
Actually, I think I yeah, so yeah. So yeah. I have my lunar return a while ago. But yeah. wearing green, orange. Well, this is orange and well, yellow, orange. Yeah, green and orange striped sweatshirt. So yeah.
So what are you doing this evening? I will tell you, I'm going to,
This
I told
evening,
you earlier, I'm getting a curry. It's the first time in a couple of weeks, but it's delicious. And so Venus is conjunct Jupiter. Uh, and I feel like that bodes well for it being extra delicious.
so yeah, we're actually my partner is actually on the grill right now, cooking some ribs, pork ribs.
Delicious. I think I need to probably wait maybe 45 minutes before food or an hour, cool down a bit,
Yeah,
chill out,
yeah.
get sorted. But I'm really grateful to have been able to connect with you. Thank you for
Oh,
inviting
awesome.
me
Oh, thank you.
because
Actually,
it's
yeah,
not every day as a busy dad that I get to connect with someone who is genuinely excited to talk about astrology. And so I'm really grateful to be able to do that with you.
awesome. Actually, for all my viewers, how can they reach you?
Well, I haven't got a YouTube channel anymore currently, and I was because my channel was terminated. I even got a second channel, and that got terminated too. And they said if you make one, we'll terminate that. So
Oh, I see.
I'm still planning whether I'm going to continue to make videos on a different server
Yeah.
or even do one with just audio or something. I
Actually,
was, but
if I actually, you can go on Substack, which is a really great thing.
what one?
Substack. You can
Substack.
post videos. You can, yeah, Substack.
Maybe you can send me a link. I'm curious about good ones. I also like it because I did start one on something called
Oh,
maybe it was I don't know what it was, but I put the videos on there and like nobody was looking at on
yeah.
that thing, and so it was a little disheartening, and I stopped posting videos there. But I'm going to write a book about Chiron, and I'm going to see where that leads me. But also finding the time to do many things is really a thing. So, but I will because I'm so passionate and I'm excited, and it just gives an opportunity. It was really a sad loss to lose the YouTube channel after 13 years or so of putting videos up, and it was such a lifestyle. Like as you saw, like I was doing videos twice a day.
Mm,
I've it's up for quite a couple of years, and it was the backbone of my livelihood and my lifestyle. It's my pride and joy, and
yep.
so to lose it can only give space for more great things. It's all, and I can take all of the skills and the experiences and relay them into new experiences. I can build upon it. And so I'm not looking at it as a loss or a defeat because that's not my style.
Exactly. Right.
And
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I know that's not you. You're a Capricorn. I climb that mountain.
yeah, well, I've learned actually, if you want to do something, you should shoot for the best because someone's got to do it. And I'm not saying that I think, for instance, like there's two ways of doing it. Like I've got some great ambitions that are humble and cool. Like I would love to create an astrology school, or I don't
Same.
even have to do it. I just want to be a part of it. I
Right.
don't have
Well,
to
yeah.
put
Yeah.
my name
I'm
above the school,
right.
Philip school, none of that. I'd just love to be there doing the astrology, or maybe as a student in
That's
the
what I,
like we could do some
I
yoga, we could do some art, music, whatever it is.
that's what
But the
I'm
curriculum
planning.
is
Yeah.
just more about the heart and creativity and that.
Exactly. I'm creating the curriculum for
Well, we will
that.
collaborate, and something's going to come around. Something's
I'm
coming
sure.
around with it.
Yes.
With that,
Oh yeah.
I'm certainly not sending my son to the other schools, nor my daughter neither. So that's cool. But on the other side of things, now we've been humble. Now we've said all that. Okay, well, yeah, why not? Why not? Can I be the astrologer of the wrestlers for WWE or for AEW? Why not? Can I be making documentaries or reality TV that's to do with astrology for Netflix? You know, why
Right.
not? Someone has to do it. And so why can't it be people like me and other people who've got passion to do that?
Sure. Yeah. It's
And
amazing.
the musicians, why can't we make some astrology music and let me learn some music with with the time I buy somehow. I can do some astrology for people, and we can spend some time teaching me more better music, so we can all perform together.
That's awesome. I love that idea. That's a really cool idea. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There's, I feel that all we need to do, sometimes it can be overwhelming with all of our dreams and ambitions, is set the intention and then go at our own pace. We don't have to overdo it or worry that we're late or haven't done enough.
Mm.
Sometimes all we have to do is have that frequency and keep showing up.
Exactly. Yep. That's right. That's actually that's the best thing. You show if you show up, you won most of the battle. To me,
Even if we
anyway.
have days where some days we're feeling like, yeah, I'm gonna do that thing, no doubt. I'm so excited and passionate for it. And then there's other days we're flat, but we still show up.
Yeah.
That's good
Right.
enough.
That is good enough. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. I agree completely.
Well, thank you
Completely.
so much, Stephen. I will look forward to a future conversation. But
Awesome. Oh,
for
thank
now,
you.
cheerio.
You are the best. You're my best. You're a friend. Such a good friend of mine. And I
Oh, you asked
oh
me a question, so we'll put the links below. If anyone wants to buy an
yeah.
astrology read, I will put a half price link below for 1 hour, $150. But also, if anybody wants to follow us on Instagram, you can put my handle there too. Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Thank you. Take care. Thanks, Phil. Oh my God.
Cheerio.